What's up, everybody? It's your girl Melissa with Dreambella.com, home for the melanin beauty, and we're here with another episode of Drinks and Discussion, episode 5. We was missing an action last week, you know what I'm saying? But we back, and we are back with the top talk. But first, let's introduce a new guest host, and that's Miss Georgia. Miss Georgia Nubia, do you want to tell everybody who you are, what you do? Why you snack on your
Well, my name is Georgia Nubia. I am a poet and a photographer. I'm SC Poets, and that is South Carolina Person Observing Excellent Talent. We host an open mic monthly at Chill and Grill.
All right.
Second and fourth Thursday.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It was really nice yesterday, too.
Oh, man.
We didn't stay the whole time, but we couldn't stay the whole time, but it was a nice turnout.
And these chips are good.
Okay, so we asked everybody who's new in here, what's your favorite cocktail, drink, your preference when you go out, what you like sipping on when you having a good conversation?
Jack and Coke.
Okay. Sound like Larry. Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels.
Yes. My stepdad used to drink Jack Daniels in every way. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into this top talk. And our top talk, we're going to just go ahead and start off with the election results. Did you vote, Georgia? Why didn't you vote?
Well, I'm registered in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Not even here in South Carolina.
Okay.
And I don't know a thing about politics.
You don't know nothing. You need to know. We got to know about our politics. We got to know because for the simple fact of what I thought was amazing. I'm going to tell y'all one thing I felt. After looking at how close the guy, Andrew Gilliam and whatever his component name was, he should not have conceded. I think he should have. The results was like,
it was so
it was
close.
like 49.7 to his 49.0. If he didn't concede, they would have made them recount all of that over. That's
well,
just
I heard there were instances where they had to do recounts in certain states.
They could do a recount in Florida.
There was one state where the teacher came in and found a box of ballots. Yeah, left behind. So they had to do a recount there. It's crazy. But like when the elections come up, just go ahead and make sure you register to vote. But when stuff come up, just do kind of like a crash course for yourself. Like, okay, even when it's the major election or like for governor, kind of like, let me see what this person is talking about. Let me see what his views are. Let me see how this might align with what I need to happen.
If you go to South Carolina,
like that real quick.
If you go to South Carolina,
nobody's gonna have all your views that you want.
Yeah, that'd be my problem.
No one's gonna
be like,
they can't please you, please me, and please the next man at the same time. It's just not realistic. You just gotta kind of do your own research and go for who's the most comparable to what you're looking for. That's what I do. I don't know. I know it's certain things I need to happen.
Here's the thing I try to explain to people in regards to politics and picking somebody. Like, let's think about it if it was Martin Luther King Jr. Everybody didn't necessarily agree with the tactics that he did to, make change. You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't necessarily, he's only one person. Mm-hmm. So he couldn't be the peaceful protest and the by any means necessary type of person. He couldn't.
Right.
But at the same time, his whole point was to bring about change and have us vote and have us not be segregated. So if you can look at something and say, okay, I'm a by any means necessary type of girl. However, I do agree with what he's doing. And I might not like the way he's doing it or how he's going about, but it's yielding the same results that I'm trying to do. So I can support him in what he's doing because what he's trying to have is for us to, have equality, for us to have civil rights. So that's kind of the same way. It's kind of like how you have to look at politics. Like, this person don't have all of the things that I want, but what are the important things that I want?
Whether it's healthcare.
Yeah. So if the important thing is, I need health. Yeah, I want healthcare, or I want healthcare. I want them, if you immigrant, I want them not to be sending me across the border or telling me I can't come across the border.
Let me tell you, honey, with all this stuff, let me tell you about these landscapers that I'm dealing with, because they done just took, I'm just saying the Hispanics are better at landscaping.
Ooh, this is a safe space, everybody. So
I'm just saying, from my experience, they do a great job. And it's like my whole landscaping had to change because some of them, I guess they were not legal. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. Or maybe their visas had ran out and they had to go back. Things were a little different. They weren't so strict. And so, like, it's like, guys.
Oh, yeah.
My American people, do better.
That's kind of how I look at it when it comes down to voting.
And it's
as far as it's like, I understand everything y'all just said, but I look at it from, like, in the homes of the people. Like, yeah, you want to go to the poll and vote, that's fine, but all at the same time, what are you doing in the home to help with this change that you're trying to vote for? Like, you can't just go to the poll and expect.
They work coincide.
And I agree. Like, we have a democracy set up. Right. So it would be kind of whack if you did not vote or care until it directly affects you. You know what I mean? You are an American, so you do have a civil duty to put your word out and put your vote in. You know what I mean? At least for the greater good, like she said. You know what I mean? So that when situations like that come up and it matters to you, people can vote for your thing too.
Yeah.
You feel me? What you want and what you believe in.
So let me ask, because I asked the guy on the Facebook page, because he said that he put up an old picture of some, I guess, white people dressed up like coons, and it said I vote buttons on it. He was like, this how y'all black folks look running to the polls. So I asked the question, and I posed the same question, because somebody asked him, I was like, so is it bad to vote? Or are you saying not to vote? And he was like, no, I'm not saying not to vote. I'm saying that, that's not the only thing. Okay, well, here's the thing. First, I ask, what is the other things that need to be done? And second, I'll say, like I said to him, you sit here and you say, well, voting is not the only thing you can do, with other things. But then at the same time, you ain't taking actions to vote either. So you literally are the hypocrisy of what you're saying, because you could be doing the other things and voting the same way you telling people they should be voting and doing other things. So it works both ways. You know what I'm saying? So no, please, by no means, I don't want anybody to ever feel like you just vote and that's gonna be the end.
Because some of the ideas and the changes that you or somebody else may need, the politicians aren't going to know about it if you're not putting in petitions for this is what we need to, get done. Like, we're pushing to, like, people want marijuana legalized. Right. People are pushing. They're putting it out there. So it can even, get pushed to Congress to be up for a discussion. So, it does work that way.
So what are the things you feel like, other things that should be done? Because that was the question I wanted to ask you. You know what I'm saying, coincidentally or other than voting, that you feel like it's not being done?
I feel like it should be in the homes. I feel like as far as when I go to the schools and talk to these kids and deal with that, the lack that I see in the homes is so. Like, and I'm not saying you shouldn't vote. Everybody should vote if they want to. It's a choice. You don't have to. Like, it's a choice. And that's all I'm saying. I have the choice to not do that. So when it comes down to the changes that I feel that should go on, is it need to be better parenting. It need to be more parents in the schools. Like, it need to be more parents actually in the home with the kids, reading to them, helping them, and showing them more than just teaching them to be like someone else, but give them a better person in their life to be like.
But do you believe that could coincide with the low poverty, the lack of pay, all that stuff? Because, like, it's some kids that are, Lord, y'all, I'm so sorry, I'm over here doing them. I got all. But let me ask. It's so young kids who were friends with my children, and it was easy for me to look at them and like, y'all need some home training. Somebody ain't raising y'all. And then a situation happened where I was in the store with them. And when I was in the Family Dollar, and the lady came up to them who work at the Family Dollar, and I was behind them, and she tapped on the girl's shoulder, the oldest girl's shoulder, and she said, you know you ain't supposed to be in here because you was stealing. So you know you weren't supposed to be back in here. And the little boy was embarrassed. I could tell he was embarrassed, like, because he looked up at me and he looked down. And then I already kind of heard their conversation prior to going to that register, because she was trying to get the stuff. For one, I'm like, these kids look like they're no older than 13 years old. And it's like this type of night, it's night outside.
Yeah.
They don't have a car. And they're literally in there trying to, like, yeah, we got cereal. Let me count. Okay, how much we got? We got enough for these noodles over here. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at them in a different way. Not to say that it's okay, but when you sitting in a position where you couldn't get the education you needed to get because you had to work because your family income didn't make enough, so you didn't get the opportunities to dream and fulfill your dreams or have different experiences or be around different people, so you kind of closed up. It's kind of like, well, doesn't that still go back to your government? Because if you could put policies in place where you demand to have better schools in your low income area, or you was demand to have better pay in your area, you was demand that these things happen in your area, wouldn't that make you a better provider and a better parent for your child, so when your child do go to school, they don't lack and are going without that stuff? Like, I think sometimes we forget that it's like a domino effect. Like, everybody want to look.
It takes unity within the community.
It does.
And I think, like, before we get to, like, I get the whole voting
piggyback
part.
off of what you're saying about parents being involved, like, I agree on the school level, but it's also hard when certain parents are working. So it's like,
and that's where the unity in the community come in. Like, it's more than just the mama raising the kids. Like, it's how I was raised. My mom was a single mom. She bust her ass. She worked all the time. So my neighbor stepped in, the lady up the street stepped in, the old man up the street. You know what I'm saying? It was unity within our community where if somebody was hungry, we did boxes for everybody.
But what if everybody on the block struggling just like everybody else, and I can't give you what I ain't got? And I can't come in help you get with your children because I'm at work working the same shift and the same hours as you.
And my 14-year-old is watching my kids. Yeah. And I can't
have them watch
my little ones, but I don't know if I can watch two
other
kids.
And we all struggling. Like, we all struggling. So I do believe it comes to a community, and I agree with you 100%. Like, the community need to be more involved. But we can't forget, as individuals, like, sometimes people doing the best they can because they ain't got much.
I know that.
And if we need more, and if you want your community to have something and your community to reach out, then that means somebody has to sit in a little better position. Your neighbor probably sat in a better position where she didn't have to work night shift, or he didn't have to work night shift or 2 jobs, so he could hold you down and watch you. But I look in my neighborhood right now, and that ain't. I know for a fact that ain't the case in my neighborhood.
But you stepped in and you helped a past neighbor. Where,
I absolutely have, because I was fortunate enough to where my husband is at home. He works. He goes to work, so I'm fortunate enough to stay home, so I can, watch a neighbor, but I can't watch everybody kids. You know what I'm saying? Right. So because I'm only one person, and I can't watch everybody kids, now we got to go to the government and say, hey, we need some policies, or we need some bills that's set up so that it could be, daycare.
I need one day a month.
It could
that
be
I can
daycare.
Go to my child's school without y'all bothering me.
Yeah.
Calling me. And, I could, because I want to be that parent to,
exactly.
be on the field trips and
have
stuff.
A job
and between
that
me and my husband,
to...
it's kind of hard because it's like, either we're going to take our vacation time or our sick time to do this, or we're going to hold it and be responsible for when they really do get sick. or we get sick. And then we got to take off, and it's like
I was just talking about that, how jobs is, and how these jobs is, they don't give leave way anymore. Like, where you want to be there, coming to, like you say, be your kids, like, but that's something else you can push on your Congress, and you can push on your government to say, well, as a parent, I should be allotted this time to be able to do for my children and be able to do this for my child without you telling me if I leave, I get leave without pay.
And at times
if I call out, I
it may
get
not
2
start
times,
off
I get,
with you
get
voting.
fired.
It starts off with your ideas to someone who's in a position to push it.
Right.
That's the important
because
part of it.
Because if we don't have nobody pushing it, we
right.
can unify all we want to as a community, but as we grow, we're always going to have that ceiling. Because we won't have
Black Wall Street.
Exactly. We won't have that leeway to keep going further.
If you look at Black Wall Street, Black Wall Street came together as a community, and as soon as they came together as a community, they burned it down. And that wasn't the first one. It was another one after that. It was I can't say
it was one in
it was up
in
north.
York?
Yes,
like
it was one in
Central
New York,
Park
and they burned that one down.
That's why they built that bull there.
Yeah, so the whole point is that yes, we need that. We need the community. We need the black people to be involved, but we can't deny that we need the right people, and we need some, as they say, eyes that's in that government too, that's on our side, who can prevent things from happening, like burning us down again.
That's why everybody's position is important, from the community all the way
right.
up to the
Absolutely.
To the office, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Because there are things I might not even think of, like, you know, I need a day. I need some days. Like, I need some dedicated day. You know, and I feel bad because the teacher's looking like we have that meeting.
Right.
We had that meeting this morning.
And I
see you there. And I'm like, lady, I'm trying to run in and leave.
That I make a certain amount of money, and I afford my apartment, I afford my car, I afford to live. Just like coax by, there's no extra. Yeah, there's no room.
And
no wiggle room.
I do feel bad because I be the parent who's there, and I be like, oh, I feel looking at the little kids and they parents can't be there, and I'm there like
cents on a dollar. I barely cover my bills. And then I go to welfare to go get food stamps, and they told me I make cents on a dollar too much. Now I'm balling now I make too much money. You put a cap on my poverty. Like, who are you to judge my home expenses? You know where I live at. You know how much it costs. You raising rent. You feel me? Because you're allowing these landlords to do that. Now I don't qualify. That's another thing. Yeah. You feel me? Now I'm trying to get in a better neighborhood. I don't qualify now.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I don't make the amount of money now. So guess what? It's like the fine line. They want you poor, they want you good.
So I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like both aspects are needed. I feel like what you're saying is needed, and I feel like
definitely
the voting political aspect is needed. It has to work coincide.
Who would know a politician that's speaking on maybe the views you need, but maybe I or the next person wouldn't know, and you would be the person to say, like, even if you're not voting, like, well, this is what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And it could push other people to vote.
You can be an advocate.
Oh yeah, like I don't knock people from voting. I don't even I don't tell people not to vote or none of that. It's your choice. You do what you want to do. Like, and I just ask them, but besides voting, what else are you doing? Like, you know, it got to be something else too.
But you can't get mad if somebody say, besides that, are you voting?
I mean, and when they ask me and I tell them the truth, and I don't get mad. The people get mad at me.
You voted at the presidential?
And people come at me.
You voted for the presidential? See, and look at the president we got. Like, you didn't vote.
No, and I didn't vote for Obama either.
But I understand that. But you got to understand, we got tried.
But
the vote that she didn't give, gave him a leeway to win.
I don't be mad at people who don't want to.
But people forget it's a choice.
Right. Yeah, like, it's America's a choice. All about choices. So. I think people get upset because they probably look at it like
the history it took us to get here. I think stuff that we went through it's about to even gather all of this. You know what I mean?
Black people barely even respect each other now. Let alone what we've been through back then.
I don't think it's
and that's why your community situation is not.
Well, here's my question.
We can't do that.
Well, I have a question. I have a question for George.
There should be more unity in the community. We can't even get along with each other.
If we all stop voting, if black people start voting as a whole, then what do you think will happen next with us?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with us even when we vote. I don't know. I have no idea. I just know from my 30 years in life, it hasn't changed with the people in the chairs For me, it hasn't.
What did hold on? Wait,
we don't get Social Security no more.
I know. I really want to know how. I really want her to know her perspective.
Like,
what hasn't changed? I think sometimes people go at people but don't act. So what hasn't changed?
That is true.
What
like
hasn't
the way that I grew up and all that stuff. Like the only thing that changed about it is when we decided to change ourselves.
So you feel like nothing has changed for you per se as a black woman?
When it comes down to the president,
I think
and all
she's
that
talking
stuff.
about when it comes to politics.
Yeah,
like,
that's
she
what I'm
feels
saying,
like the change has happened for her because she made it happen, not because
because I changed myself. I changed my mentality. I changed I am poor as shit. Like I am from Macon, Georgia. They deemed our whole city unlivable. Everybody's down there struggling. But we all made a way. So we managed to help each other. When
do you feel like voting has helped change anything?
I think it has in some areas. I just don't know what it is. Like in some areas, it has changed, and it will continue to change in those areas. But I told you, I don't do the politics.
Let me tell you something that it has changed for you and everybody sitting here. Okay. The jobs you work at, if it wasn't for people voting for affirmative action and for those things, you wouldn't be working there. Like I think people don't realize that, because at one point in time, if even where you living at, like having the option to go live wherever you want to live, you wouldn't be able to do that, because the laws before, real estate agencies and stuff could tell you that we don't sell to black people. So when you go in neighborhoods and you see these diverse neighborhoods with white and black people living there, if it wasn't for people voting, you wouldn't be able to live amongst white and black people, and there would still be segregation as far as housing developments. Like I say, as far as you having a job, if it wasn't for people fighting for affirmative action, you wouldn't be able to work where you work, because they could say, I'm not hiring you. And they could say, because you black, because I don't want to hire you.
But South Carolina at Will State, they can still come in and fire you and say,
but they can get sued. But you couldn't do that before, but you can get sued. And that's what stops people from going to the extent they're going to, because they can get sued. Like, I worked with somebody who was racist. If there weren't certain laws that was in place, when she stopped trying to pay me my paycheck, I would have just been asked out. But I could call the labor board and I could say, oh, it's discrimination. And if I wanted to, like the people told me and gave me my paperwork, I could have pursued that, and I could have fought her in court, and I could have sued her. Laws, those things help you do those things. Without people voting for that and pushing those bills, we wouldn't be able to do that. So I just want people to understand, when people say stuff like, oh, I don't see no change, or what voting has done, like, you got to kind of see what you able to do now versus what our ancestors couldn't do before. It's a lot of things. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of things that our parents and grandparents couldn't do that we do.
That's another thing, community-wise, that goes back to what you're saying, that people need to know about. Like, there's some
You're honestly the first person that even went in detail to tell me
all
of that. Everybody else just get mad, get attitude, and tell me I'm supposed to vote because I'm black. And I'm like, well, we supposed to do way more than that. Like, what do you mean? You supposed to do this because you're black?
And that's a part of the community right there.
And I think that comes from because people don't know and they're not telling you the right stuff. Because I'm not gonna lie, Georgia, like, I was told when I got older, like, my mama just told me when I went to the post, like, vote Democrat. Yeah.
That's what everybody's telling me.
Just hit straight Democrat.
When I tell you,
and you be
everybody,
like,
okay. including my friends, that be like, oh, you need to vote for what? Tell me why. And I would ask people to tell me why.
You know what they don't tell you?
No one can tell me.
They don't tell you about all those amendments. Because after you hit straight Democrat, then here come up all these amendments and all this.
I read a lot.
And that's important too, that people don't understand, that people don't know when it comes to voting, that even if you go in there and you don't vote for a particular candidate, you got bills and amendments in there that you know that we should be knowing about. Right. Like, we'll read them, like, Democrat, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. When you talk about
people telling me that I need to vote don't even know the difference in it, period.
They don't
even know why they're voting. They just know I'm voting because the next man voting, and I'm gonna put it on Facebook and say I voted sticker.
People
don't even know what the hell they talking about.
Black people still voting for Democrats because the civil rights age with Martin Luther King.
Yeah. But things have changed, right?
Yeah.
So why are we if things change?
I tell people to vote. I don't tell people to vote who to vote.
Yeah, like folks, you gotta vote and you gotta vote.
Because I don't. Y'all heard about Bernie Sanders?
Yeah.
So people was.
I don't know. What do you?
Oh, okay. So people was trying to talk about Bernie, and this is why you don't tell people to go vote for Democrats or whatever. So Bernie Sanders, what did he say?
He said just because white people vote for the white people doesn't mean they're racist. You know,
he said he said just because the white people voted for he didn't say for other white people. He said just because a white person doesn't vote for a black person doesn't mean they're racist. And I was like, really, Bernie? But it's kind of funny that after he lost his election, he moved back to Vermont, and he darn sure didn't stay in no darn New York where niggas be. But that's just my that's my point exactly.
Right.
And that's why I asked you questions, because I understand why you feel that way and so many others feel that way, because you've been misinformed. People they don't even know why they voting to tell you why they voting. They're telling you to vote for these people when in reality, like Bernie Sanders, which I really wasn't for Bernie Sanders anyway. I was like, I didn't vote for him. I wasn't with Bernie Sanders. And yeah, Bernie Sanders can say stuff like that because why? You're not oppressed. You're not a black person. So it's easily for you to just write something off to say, oh, just because you don't vote for a black person don't mean you racist. Okay, whatever. But at the end of the day, I just say for anybody out there who, don't want to vote or don't believe in the vote, and I would just say just look up certain things, and even if you don't vote, try to be active in the politics in the terms of helping get certain bills and amendments put in the ballot so that we can vote for that stuff,
I mean, it's sad that people come from other countries to our country and they're forced to learn every single point of our government.
And we don't be knowing none of that.
I mean, they teach it to us.
I mean,
they teach it too early. And then,
but they make them qualify
as you get older, you're not into
they use that as a qualifying factor to be American.
Yeah.
And just because we're born here, we're not forced to know the same thing.
But that's the thing.
There shouldn't be no reason
they
why
force
you don't
them
know
to learn that just enough as a crash course to pass
Ain't
the
no
test.
crash course. That thing is hard.
Oh, no, I know. My leasing agent just had to do it last year. But if I asked her some of them questions this year, she don't know. She don't remember that. She did just enough to pass that test.
Like, I remember I don't know. I'm a nerd. I remember the preamble and all that crazy stuff. My Bill of Rights, I know.
I like political science when I was in college.
Yeah, when I was in school, I liked it, but it was just like, man, everybody lying.
Everybody lying.
It's
like,
you know what?
You probably
just to keep it
on vote for
for
somebody that's not going to do
half
what
of the
they
black
said.
Christian community was so mad at Obama after they voted for him and he
Because
did what he did with the gay rights. They were pissed. Like,
I know.
we
But
voted
you-
for this nigga.
but
Like,
they-
yeah, y'all did.
But they don't. And see, that goes back to people not understanding.
Yeah, like
because
it was already
No.
written.
Let me
It
tell
was-
you what
yes, it
happened.
was. It was like-
What happened was for Obama to get elected again, those gay people, which that's what black people need to do, and if we start doing stuff like
They
this,
came
we
together.
They came
You
together.
get the community,
And
and
they
they
did
did it.
They
Like,
came
That
together.
wasn't because of black folk.
They
not
came-
knowing. That was a movement.
That's the point
did.
she's making. The
Yeah.
movement, the unity. That's what
Yeah,
she's
we
saying.
went. If we
Like,
came together as black people and actually went to the politics and said, "Hey, if you want our vote, because we make this amount of vote, if you want our vote, then we gonna need them niggas who kill us and call themselves police officers. We gonna need immediately that they get what it calls suspended with no pay." And we're going to need immediately for there to be an investigation, and we need transparency. We need to see everything y'all rolling out. Ain't no hiding about. Like if we said, but you never know, because if we list a whole bunch of stuff and say this is what we want, we probably ain't going to get everything, but we going to get something crossed off that list.
Black Panthers did it for the second amendment.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's why I say unity in the community. How it changes.
It goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
It goes hand in hand. Like, I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. I don't even know who the councilman in my area is. I don't know who the city councilman is in my area. Oh Lord, that's embarrassing.
I'm in Berkeley County.
You in Berkeley County? I don't need. I'm gonna look it up, child, because I don't know.
I see though. You know what? I see the book.
I
You know
been seeing
what?
the sign.
You know, you see the sign.
Bill
And you're like, who is
Crosby,
this?
Bill-
Who is it?
Yeah,
Who is
I
it?
know
Who
that name
put
'cause
the
that
sign
sign.
here anyway? I ain't seen
Word.
the sign here.
Well, we gonna move on. We probably gonna have to skip some topics because we
Okay.
stayed on that one too long.
we
But
did.
we're gonna go to the massive shootings and white terrorism. And I said it. It's white terrorists. They white terrorists. I don't care what nobody say because I don't understand how they could be shooting people up and they don't get called a terrorist. Like, they call a man who just shot up the people in California, right? Said that he had a mental illness. But isn't that the same? But isn't that the same thing that was wrong with the sniper who was a black guy?
The country, honey. He served this country.
So did the sniper, and he was black. And they said he had PT, and they didn't care, and they still call him a domestic terrorist. So why does this white man get away with being somebody? He got a mental illness.
Because that's what they do. They got to call it out first.
Just like if a black girl get caught in Walmart stealing, she going to jail. And if a white girl, they say, oh, she's a kleptomaniac.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No, I'm running that white bitch down. Like, that white bitch
like
going down tonight, bitch. I'm gonna be top flight on that motherfucker.
People are their citizens arrest.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because it's like been 4 shootings and all of them been white. Even that little Hispanic one, he white.
He was white. He wasn't Hispanic. He was white, I guess. I don't know. He had a lot of names going on, and it confused me. I'm sorry. His name didn't seem American. I'm sorry.
He was white, and I don't understand why these people. I don't know. I just, Lord America.
It
because things doesn't become a problem until a brown person does it. It's not.
Like how it's an opium epidemic, and it's not because we was just crackheads.
Oh, we were crackheads. But now that other people.
Oh no, they crackheads.
Oh, they don't call. No, it's an epidemic.
They got an epidemic. They have an epidemic.
It's a disability
because it's white people.
It's protected now. It's a disability when you have a drug habit.
If Whitney Houston is a crackhead, Demi Lovato's a crackhead.
Of course she is, but with them. She has a disease.
Oh, called crack.
That's what it's called. She was doing crack.
I don't really know what she
Wait, you know what? With us, it was the war on drugs.
Yes.
Now that other people are involved, it's an epidemic. The opioid crisis.
Opioid crisis.
It's the opioid crisis.
They
addicts.
Crackheads. Yeah. That's what we just need to start calling them.
Zombies.
Meth heads.
Try, you see how them lips be turned up? They be chewing on that imaginary gum. But yeah,
I surely hope they get the help they need.
My prayers do go out to all of the victims. I think it was 13 people who passed away.
It was 12 victims, and the 13th was the actual officer. Shooter.
Oh, he killed himself.
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
Yeah.
Like, he came in like with a machine gun or something. Like, how you shoot 13 people?
Oh, they
like,
say he came in with a smoke bomb. They say he threw.
So he threw a smoke bomb.
He threw a smoke bomb. Boop. Let it. And then he started.
Where you get a smoke bomb? Like.
But you can buy them things for video shoots and stuff now. So I know
there's certain things you can get too. Amazon got everything.
True.
Yeah.
Amazon do have everything.
Yeah. So
I think Google it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't believe that he just had. I mean, he might have had PTSD, but I don't know. That just something in the fish smell, and it ain't fish.
My thing is his illness is no different from the mother who may be suffering from, which we're gonna get in the mental illness. I know, but maybe postpartum depression. And she may have thoughts of harming her kids, and we all look at that person as just, hang the bitch. You know what I'm saying? When they do stuff like that.
No,
I don't.
The black woman, they say hang the bitch, but the white woman, she go get help.
That's what I'm saying. She needs help, but that's how they
Because ain't was it the teacher? What's the situation where the teacher? No, it was the white guy. He left his child in the car. Which I don't be believing.
There's too many of them.
How long they be leaving their kids in the car for them to die and stuff? Like, how long?
Listen, I told my husband, I said, I just don't believe it.
Right.
Unless they got some.
You know what I have forgotten to do? I have got on the road to home and be like, oh shit, I didn't take the exit to go pick up the kids.
Exactly. You might leave their ass, but you ain't gonna leave them in the car.
That's what I was saying.
But it's because of my mind. I just got many things going on. I'm like, oh Lord, I done missed the damn exit.
But they not making noise. Like, you know, Michael be in there.
Exactly.
All kind of damn noise. I can't just ride in peace with and not know Michael in there. And when I get out the car, as soon as you walk out, he looking at you in the damn back seat. Like, bitch, you ain't about to leave me in this car. I done wait all day to go somewhere and get out this house. So I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe the father, because maybe he not used to getting his child. So, you know, maybe he forgot that day his child was in the car.
That's, you know, it goes hand in hand. That's how
But they sure did lock the black lady up who left her child in the car and she went on the in the
Well, they locked the black lady up who drove her churn in the ocean. And the people who ran out there to save them years ago. You don't remember that?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
And the kids were screaming, help us.
Yeah.
And she drove the van into, that was here, I want to say.
I thought that was in Charleston, too.
And she drove on the beach into the ocean, got out of the car, was like, they all right?
Yup.
Like,
Bro, they should have locked that crazy lady.
But they put her in jail. Like, clearly she had, and it was broad daylight. It's not like she did it at nighttime.
She didn't try to sneak into it.
Nah, she did it beach full of people. Just drove the
Well, and that brings us to our next topic with the black community and mental illness. I think that is something that we shun and we don't necessarily look into like that. And I think we always think something is a hoax. You know, like when
they
somebody
always tell you to pray about it. Just pray about it. It'll be all right. Just pray about it, baby. Just pray. No, motherfucker, I need some help. Like, I'm depressed. I need help. And I'm having these thoughts, like, yeah, like, I prayed. I already prayed.
Sometimes people need more than prayer.
Like,
they need more than prayer.
You will never know. I keep a thought.
I will tell you.
That drives me more crazy.
Go get you some help, child, because it ain't, it's real.
About it and help them, like, talk to them, like, you gotta talk
and
to
don't
people.
go.
I'm gonna be honest. I took, you know, and a lot of people don't know, when you have jobs that have benefits, and typically jobs that have the benefits and all that vacation and sick time, they offer an employee assistance program. And even jobs who don't. Most jobs have employee assistance program. There you go. And you call that EAP,
pretty much,
and they will they'll give you a list of counselors in your area for you to talk to. And sometimes the first 5 to 6 sessions are free.
Okay, I'm gonna go get a job just so I can. I'm gonna go get a job just so I can go to the doctor.
All you gotta do is call HR.
Tell you,
know,
bro, I am stressed, bro. That's all you
I
need someone to talk to.
But
I do.
Especially black people, because I don't think people understand, like, black children come into this world with so much shit, you know what I'm saying? Anxiety, like, I know they're gonna experience anxiety because they're going into these classroom where they're getting teachers mistreating them. People, like, students ain't dumb. They know when they get mistreated.
When's the last time you been in the classroom? Because these kids bad.
But
these kids mistreating each other. I heard the most racist shit I ever heard from kids to each other. Like, you got this white teacher with the Mexican and black kids, and she's like, everything I say, they hit me with, you racist. And I'm telling my mama. So I can't say nothing, but the little black cat, beaner, the little Mexican kid, y'all ghetto and poor. I'm like, oh my God, all y'all just so racist.
But you gotta,
fuck you, bitch.
But you gotta look at it, though. That's what people don't understand. People, when children are going through something, they kind of express it differently. Like, I had to tell my daughter about a little girl who bothers her. And I was like, you know, Harmony, you got to understand, like people don't hurt people. People not going to be malicious and mean to you just because. You know what I'm saying? Just because they ain't got shit else to do in the world but do it because something is going on. Like, for instance, when the guy, I don't know if y'all saw that story that was trending, and people was getting on the father because his son was getting bullied. And he took the bully to go buy some clothes and stuff. And people like, why would you do that? This man bullying and beating up on your son. Why would you do that? But he said he did it because when he talked to the little boy and got to the bottom of why he went to the boy house, he realized the boy poor, ain't got no clothes. You know, mama ain't got shit to give them. They basically struggling. He getting bullied. You know what I'm saying? He getting bullied by other older kids. So then it's like, okay, it makes sense. This is why you are the way you are. So maybe by, buying you some clothes. And it worked because he brought him some clothes. He started feeling more confident. He started being friends with his son. They're actually really, really close right now. So a lot of times when you see these kids,
and it could be mental illness on the parents, It's unfortunate, you don't know.
And it could be these kids have mental illness that the parents are ignoring and don't do nothing about. And now these kids are
what they need. They need his ass.
Yeah, they be beating the shit out of these kids and they need help.
And then you
or they gonna put them on mini crack, written.
And then when you wonder why they come to school trying to fight and beat people up because they're getting beat half to death at home because their parents don't understand something is wrong.
And when I went to the school to do teach tolerance through poetry, the little girl, she just kept beating up everybody. I said, bro, why you keep hitting all these kids? One of these boys gonna knock you out. She said, so my mama do it. Okay, so then boom, they do a poem, and their poem was about abuse at home. And how people come to school and get abused at school, they go home and get abused at home, and all of that. And then these same parents tell them, you better not say nothing to that teacher. You better not say nothing to that counselor. What goes on
in my house stays.
They are terrified to open their mouth. Little girl looked at me, she said, well, my mama said I can't cry. Why can't you cry?
Because you get your ass beat and open your mouth and cry. I'll whoop your ass. So that's what they do. Y'all know y'all couldn't cry when your mama was like, how you gonna beat me?
Well, my mom just beat my ass because she gonna tell me, I was like, you better not cry. Well, I'm gonna throw up then. It's either one or the other. I'm gonna cry or throw up. I can't hold that shit in. You never got what?
I never got beat.
Girl, really?
Listen, I can't even tell you what all my mom did.
I remember that time my mama hit me with
I
that
didn't get a lot of
shoe. My mom.
I may have had one good whipping, but other than that, I got pinched. And,
child, my mama not the
hell. I got beat every day.
My sister they talk ass.
Talk to you.
It's long conversations and discussions
about
things.
Oh God, no.
Give me that.
Oh God.
That's how I feel like my oldest be that way
and make me write a paper on it.
No, I'm talking deep conversations. Why this and how?
I try to be like that.
Tell me what can we do?
I did that with my counselor.
But see, that's what I do.
But that's what you said.
Do
that's what I mean. My parents was at home.
Right.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They did it for me, like you said. That's why it was important that when she really said that for real. And it was funny that it's them to hear because
my mama was very. I'm sorry, my mom put you on blast. You disagree, but my mama was very impatient with me, so I got beat.
I got beat for everything. I got beat before church on Sunday morning. My mom be like, so y'all really want me to beat y'all for church? We don't, Mom. You want to beat us before church? You having this conversation, you already know what.
Got beat got beat before I took a bath, before I woke up in the morning. But there was something that was going on with your mama,
I don't even know why I got beat.
Did it change anything? Are you a better person for it if you didn't get beat?
My mom beat me by lying, and I don't lie. I only like when people lie, and I find that person, I hate that shit.
Did it change anything?
She beat me because I did lie. And so she beat the shit out of me for it, and I was just like, you know what?
For me, it didn't. I'm gonna tell you what it made me. It made me my mama beat me a lot. I think it made me more insecure. I was very timid. You kind of I don't know what to. If I do this, get your ass off. And then she used to get mad. Then she used to get mad if I flinched in public. If I got something, I'm like, don't be acting like I be beating your ass.
She gonna beat you when she see you. Don't hit her, Barbara.
Don't be acting like I beat you all the time.
I don't know. My friend said I was a bully.
I don't think she.
I don't.
My friend said I was a bully.
Maybe because you had anger built up from
somebody beating your ass off.
I was very angry.
But look at that. See the opposites. Either you gonna be a bully, or you gonna have really low self-esteem.
Have y'all been in a lot of fights growing up? like physically fighting yourself?
I used to try to avoid confrontation because I ain't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? But then when my mama beat my ass
for not fighting,
I had to toughen up and I had to go to school and fight.
I ain't never rubbed nobody the wrong way like that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, did it stem onto your adulthood?
I didn't rub anybody the wrong way. I think what people felt from me was the insecurity and the timidness. Mm-hmm. And you could get vibes off of people if you think somebody.
Well, maybe I was. So you I don't know, because I had a little brother that I had to protect, and he went home crying. He went home crying one time, and my mama beat my ass because he came home crying. I was like, well, why I wasn't even there. She said, that's the point. You should have been there.
That's another thing.
Like, you got a bat sit.
So after that, don't even look at my brother wrong. Like
responsibility on somebody else. Like
oh yeah.
My mom was like,
I took care of my brother.
I'm your brother's and your sister's mother, not me. You good? Like whatever they did, I think they got
Be careful.
Oh yeah, I took care.
They got punished on their own.
My brother called me.
You know what I mean? It wasn't a
No, I'm not. No, I do that now. I do with my children. I do if I feel like I do that to try to teach, like, this is your brother, this is your sister. Like, when I'm gone, ain't nobody gonna be here but y'all. Y'all got each other, so y'all gotta take care of each other and y'all gotta look out for each other. Because if you don't, ain't nobody else gonna love you and do you like your mom.
She taught me to take care of my brother, protect my brother, but taught that little nigga to snitch on me.
I love you, mama, though. I don't think she was malicious with it. I think my mama just was impatient, and I came around, she ain't had no patience, so when she wanted me to do some shit, it was nah.
But why do you think she was that way?
Because I think, her mama ain't play, I don't think. I think her mama was like, I think you do what you see. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like when I tell you to, like, my mama was like, when I tell you to do something, you do it. And my mama always said she was like, I used to get an ass cut in every day I could see another day. And she was like, and I ain't think I was alive until I got my ass cut. Like, I'm here.
See, my mama didn't talk about it. Like, I don't think my grandma just whooped her like that. But see, my grandma was blind and had, like, a brain problem. So my aunt raised her or whatever. But
did your aunt spank her a lot?
Probably so. Yeah. But, like, the thing is, my mom say she don't, like, my grandma was cold. She never was affectionate. Mm-hmm. So my mama was cold. Like, my mama was not affectionate until, like, we got into it real bad. We had to tell her, like, Mom, we haven't even heard you say I love you in years. She, yes, I do. No, you don't.
And see, those her stressors that she was
like, and then that's what she said. Well, my mama never said it to me. So we started, like, I read the book Gary Chapman 5 Love Languages, and I applied a lot of it to my parents.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So when we call her, when we text, I told my brother, just say I love you, just do it out of nowhere. And then she started saying it back. So then we started saying it to my grandma, and my grandma would choke up like, "What? I love you, grandma. I love you too." And then it's all like,
you broke the cycle.
Like, so now, like, we say it now, but at first nobody said it. And I got, like,
that is a normal, unfortunately, that is a normal, like, black family. Like, that ain't something,
I love you, like,
that ain't what black family do. Like, it's always taught that, I love you because you got food on the table.
Yeah, stuff like that. Well, you see
take
what
care
I
of your ass. That's kind of...
We use I love you loosely in the house. Like, just... I love you today. Like,
I say I love you all the time. Now, I do that with my kids, and I do that with my husband. I say it with my husband all the time, and my kids all the time. Love you, they get sick of it, and I kiss on them and stuff like that, because that's just me, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's another thing that probably frustrated my mama, because, like, I think my mama used to, like, crying you was weak. Like, don't suck it up. You know what I'm saying? And she could talk about, I had paper plate feelings and shit. And I probably did. You wear your heart on your sleeve with your paper plate feelings. She used to call me tyranny, whinetta.
And you might have been my sister. Come on, all that crying.
My mama did. But then you cry about everything. Because I'm scared. Shit. I don't know when you're going to beat my ass, when you're not going to beat my ass. I don't know. I'm trying to gauge it. I don't know what to do. But no. Like, my mama used to say all that to me. So I was a very sensitive, emotional child, and I don't think she got that because she was total opposite. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't her, so I don't think she kind of got me of how I was until she got older. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and my mom, we good now.
Yeah, I about to say we good
just
now.
Like, once a week, mama.
And see, black people just talking can overcome some of that damn stuff.
Like,
talk.
And that's what it took.
And
like, now, granted, before the conversation, it was a big nasty fight.
Right.
And it was a lot of yelling, and my aunt, and one of us said something, my aunt was like, hold on, wait. And then she said something, my mom, she said, you really do your kids like that? And then my mom was like, what you talking about? And then the whole family was like, hold on, we got to talk about this because this ain't right. And when even the family was telling my mama, like, look, like, you had a break when it come down to your daughter. Like, you did not fuck with your daughter growing up. Like, it was always a problem because she didn't want to play basketball with you. Like, that's the only thing my mom knew for real. So it was a problem. And I'm like, bro, I'm awkward. I don't want to do this. Like, it hurt my finger, and my fingernails are long. But I'm not, like, I ain't even a girly girl. Yeah, just give me my books and leave me alone. Let me write. Leave me alone. She like, you just so moody. You just all life in your room. No, motherfucker, I'm depressed.
Yeah.
And y'all just keep overlooking it and making me do stuff that I don't want to do.
Instead of looking at it. And then that's what.
Accepting you.
Like,
for you.
yeah.
And you know what brought to terms, like, with my kids, it shows me how just people are so different. Like, you know, it's like all my kids are just so different. So I can't expect, you know, like my oldest, I want to push him in sports. We try to push him in sports.
But that's not him.
That's not him. He does not want to do it. You know, my 5-year-old absolutely loves sports. You know, and I'm sure my other ones, they may be the same way. But my oldest, but their personalities are all different, and you gotta, you know, accept them for who they are.
And
just
I
like
think
your mom should have.
Accept me for who I am.
She should have accepted you for who you was.
You hear that, mama?
Yeah, it took my mama a minute though. Like, it took her a minute to adjust to the fact that, so wait, you're not gonna do sports? No, unless it's tennis. Like,
and that was what you
and my mama was like,
right.
I'm tired of your ass signing up for shit. I gotta take your ass.
Well, you know what? You know, Miss Barbara, sometimes you wouldn't pick me up from work because Judge Judy was on.
Okay, I wouldn't pick us up for practices, and you know this.
That's why I'm gonna be late for a kid. My Judge Judy on.
Made us walk
today.
Made us walk in the snow. She made us walk in. Everybody, we got out of school early because it's snowing. Everybody, parents picking them up. I called my mama.
My feet was so wet.
Can you pick us up? It's snow. We in the snow. Our feet wet. We ain't got
But
no
on a good note, let me tell you what she had. She had that fire going in that fireplace. And she was like, all them hookers made it, child. They made it in snow. I got the fireplace on fire.
Dang it, man. I love my mama. Don't listen. I love my mother. I love my mother because I feel like I don't look at stuff that my parents did or who they were as something malicious.
Yeah.
And
I mean, my mom grew up with depression, mama.
And like directly like something towards me. I just feel like parents do the best they can with what they know. And you know what I'm saying? And it's what they see and what's been, you know, what they see and what's been done to them, and it's a ongoing thing, you know. But of course, like what you did, you cut the cycle somewhere and say, hey, you know, like, this is not what I'm about to do. Like, I'm about to change this thing. So, you know, and you change it too by accepting and looking at your mom like, you know what, I love you. I don't care what you say or how you feel. Like, I accept you for who you are. I love you for who you are. And at the end of the day, just know, like, when you have your own seeds, like, this is what I'm going to do for my children. I'm going to, you know, love on them, kiss them, talk to them instead of, you know, cutting their behind all the time. You know, because I had to, I was like that for a minute, but I realized it's because I didn't have patience, and I wasn't taught patience because my mama didn't have patience, so I didn't know how
it's
to.
It's not always good the other way around either. I just wanted to know if it works for you because I ain't all the way together.
Yeah,
I just wanted to know the other side of
of cutting behind.
Yeah, because I didn't get none of that. But then again, I didn't get no attention from her. She didn't care.
Yeah, okay.
Jump off a bridge. Whatever.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And that's that right there in a sense. I see what you're saying because it's like well, your mom may have cut your behind, but at least she paid attention.
She saw everything you did.
She saw what you did,
my mom
and she paid attention enough to care. And that means a lot. But I would definitely say, like, I do feel that a lot of mental in the black community, a lot of our mental illness and the thing, and I'm gonna say a lot of our, because I think people don't think that they have mental illness too. Whether you have depression for a week and you out of it, you had a mental illness. You had a point in your life where you was not mentally healthy. And if you are not mentally healthy, you're ill, which means you have a mental illness. So there is nobody out there, no black person who can say, oh, I don't got no mental illness or never suffer from it. Yes, you have. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you have. Whether it been for a quick minute or whether it was for a long period of time. And the whole point is, I think a lot of those things transpire for us as black people, talking about our childhood, like how we come up and how we raise. And I do think those things trigger imbalances in our, in ourselves, because
and then there are new experiences you're gonna come across as you live life.
But people brag so much about being crazy and bipolar. It's almost like it's a proud thing to be. Like,
it's not cool.
You know what? When people say that, we should start asking, well, have you been to the doctor for that? Like, because that's serious. That is serious.
Like, so many people joke about that.
What type of medication?
Like,
so what's the different medicines you needed before they found the right one?
Are you serious about it? Like, for real. Like, people be like, and they'll joke about it all day long and laugh about it, but be dead ass crazy and dead ass for real. And then when something happens, you be like, damn.
I take offense to it, though. I mean, even if you don't know what I go through on my personal, when people brag that they crazy and stuff like that, I was like, you know how much that shit actually hurts?
Right.
Like, how dare you even joke about something like that when you know how that shit hurts?
But sometimes they might not be joking. Like, they may actually be crazy, but, we laugh about it instead of helping them or talking to them about it. Because I know I did that poem when I told you I do have a poem about depression. I did that poem at the open mic. I said, I ain't never doing that poem. I'm so tired of these people texting me and coming up to me. If you need something, I'm okay now. Like, I'm good now. This is me getting over it.
Well, we're going to get into the next topic, but I do feel like, people, if you out there, if you feeling some type of way, even if it's for 5 minutes,
you better talk to somebody.
Please go talk to somebody. Don't let nobody tell you. And I ain't saying don't pray. Pray and go talk to somebody.
I mean, not even to be 2018, but if you dead put up a post and say I'm depressed, somebody's gonna inbox you and actually take your post seriously. Mm-hmm. So it's only if you want to talk.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we're about to move on to another topic. I think we're gonna skip the what I heard. And we're going to go into these relationship goals. And the first relationship goal we're going to go into is, I don't know if y'all know about Future's baby mother and girlfriend, seeing him hugged up on Joy Chavis, which is his future baby mother, at his baby shower. So, Joey Chavis, if nobody knows, Bow Wow baby mama. She got pregnant by Future, and she's expecting the baby. They had a baby shower, and Future is supposed to be with his previous baby mama, not Sierra, but the previous. Lord, that nigga got so many
kids.
Okay, so here's the thing. She goes to the baby shower with Future to, support him with Joy, and they have a picture together where they basically like hugged up. Like, so I thought it was that.
The two baby mamas.
I thought she was
not the two baby mamas. Future and
the one, new baby mama, the one he's not with.
How are they held up? I mean, how are they hugged up?
Oh, I'm about to show you.
They are about to have a baby, right?
Yep, but they're not together.
Same thing I was saying. I was like, okay, and he went to the baby shower.
Not to sound like that, I definitely put my penis in you and we're having a kid. Like, yeah, I can hug you. Like,
no, you can hug. You can hug, but you can't embrace and look longingly in my eyes.
Yeah,
like she was doing in this picture.
I mean, not while I'm in the room. Like, well, what was that?
I
thought y'all having a baby.
Y'all can say all of that, but you put yourself in that position.
She damn
sure what you were getting into.
You're right.
No, regardless of the fact. Nobody.
This has been years and years and years.
Child, that look like
that's disrespectful.
That's a wedding photo.
That's
That's
disrespectful.
And the
even
photographer
though
say, go
I
ahead
won't-
and look at each other.
I won't take away the fact that yes, she may be new, but still, that's disrespectful. And Joy, that's disrespectful. Because I'm gonna be real with you. For one, you hugging up on this girl, hugging up.
I bet you she ain't leaving now.
What?
She can complain all she wants to.
She said she was.
She said she wasn't leaving. She said she's not leaving. She
I
said,
don't know why this is such a thing.
Because it's. Well, I was posing it.
Because she know what she wants. She know what she getting into. That's like.
Yeah, but I don't think she's not leaving. Here's the thing. She says she's not leaving because of the money, which is a lie. Because
what
you got
kids.
Because she has kids. It's called child support. You know what I'm saying? She don't got one child. She don't have one child. She has multiple kids with him. So you're not staying because of the money, because you can have the money without him. You staying because of
relevancy.
Nobody don't know who she is.
Somebody know who she is now?
No, we already know who Joy was, because that's still don't know who she is. I think she really into him.
I know.
I think she really
having a baby. I didn't even know he had that many kids.
I knew he had that many kids.
That many baby mamas, like
because of the Sierra situation or the previous baby moms. I didn't know there were more after. Like,
yeah. He did say that. Future did put up a post and he said, "You gonna cry in the Bentley or you gonna cry in the Nissan Altima?" But my response would have been and see, that's my thing. That's just disrespect. But here's my thing, because this what an old spiteful bitch like me would have did. I'm like, nigga, I'm going to laugh in the Bentley because you going though. Ding, ding, child support.
But I think with his attitude, to a regular nigga, it would be
Why
a
would
threat.
She even go?
It's him. He has things. He
I don't give a
for all her mouth and bullshit. So honestly, she could talk all she wants to. Either like Stevie said, you get on the bus or you get off the bus.
She wasn't complaining. It was everybody else who was basically like, so bitch, you came to the baby shower for him to do. Here's my thing, and here it comes with where integrity to a fault comes in. Back in the day, we know that Uncle Otis had another family besides Auntie Clara on the other side of town. But guess what? It was where? On the other side of town. Did you know the bitch? No. Did you know them kids? You probably saw them, but you ain't been like, oh, cousin Ed. Like, it was when you saw the bitch, did you say, that? No, she stayed in her place, and she stayed in her line. She shut the hell up, and she was the other woman across the way. Now it's kind of like
I'm in your face. Bitch.
It's just like
and it's because
disrespect. Like, so you brought me to the baby shower to be gazing in this bitch face?
Men gonna do what you allow them to do. First of all, I wouldn't be at the baby shower.
I wouldn't have been at no damn baby shower.
But
and honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Like, he don't need to be at the baby shower either.
No, she came back and said they came back and they trying to clean it up and said she wasn't there. She was there because when people said it, they was like, bitch, because she posted up pictures and she took the pictures down. It was like, bitch, so you been there when he been hugged up with the... They was like, you was there? You a fool.
I probably told that baby shower.
You said what?
Probably told that baby shower.
Girl, I would have told that. I would have tore that shit up if I was there. He wouldn't have been at that baby shower.
See, I see nothing wrong with that part.
Back in the day, maybe the men stayed in the house because if they ain't had no place to go, but the baby shower was for women.
We went to the baby shower, we would have been like this. And I'd be like, nigga, I dare your ass. Hey, Joey.
I was trying to go get some punch.
We came to the baby shower. Oh, look at the baby. That's what people like, I'm trying to get some punch. No, we going to get some motherfucking punch. I'm going to be like Monique on that ad. We nigga.
No, he wouldn't have been at the baby shower.
Because the rumor was
send a gift.
She was trying to the girl Joy, that was the rumor that she was trying to basically she was talking shit about the previous baby mama and all the rest of them, saying that their kids, she would have the prettiest kids with him because I guess she is what she is.
I don't even want to hear about this shit.
I
know. She done ran out with me. I can't even waste my time.
No, that's what she was saying. And she said that they were going to have a baby before she got pregnant. This is what she sent a blog because she wanted the blog to post up pictures of her and Future together as if somebody leaked it and it wasn't her who leaked it. Oh, and that's why they end up breaking up because he was with her. So, that's what that is. But, I mean, whatever makes her happy. She said she can't see herself leaving that money. That's what she said. I can't see myself leaving no money behind. I'm like, bitch, please. Crying in the Bentley. I wish that nigga told me. Crying in the Bentley or crying. Nigga, I'm laughing in the Altima, nigga. And get your ass broke. I'll be a vengeful ass bitch. But anyways, going to the next relationship. I just don't like that. Like, I'm not even mad at the girl.
I think you mad more at Future.
I am because
you mad at Future.
I am because I don't like men. I don't like men to. Not only was you disrespectful, okay, but then you got the nerve to be obnoxious with it. Like, you gonna cry in the Bentley or you gonna cry in the Altima. Like, nigga, who do your mumbling and eater ass think you are?
She likes that.
Sierra, girl, you missed. Girl, Lord, she missed it. I'm so glad, Sierra, you missed. What was you doing rolling in the mud with pigs, Sierra? You was supposed to rise
you
up.
You sound like an older woman.
She was young and he was popping out the moment.
Oh, she was. I'm so glad you with Russell, Sierra. That's relationship.
He been disrespectful though. When she got with Russell and they got married, and she was like, finally, she put some Instagram or Facebook, Twitter, whatever, that finally they were gonna consummate the marriage or whatever. And Future posted underneath, I ain't had to wait for no goddamn marriage. That's just who he is.
And he told her that.
Sierra
and he
made
tried
the choice to go. That little woman right there is stupid.
And he told the Breakfast Club, tried to make it seem like she had jinky coochie.
Who, Sierra?
Yeah, talking about that's why I know everybody's career fell after that. I said, you old and eating looking nigga. I don't. That's why I don't like your shit.
But bro, how you mad at Future? Cause these bitches let him be
that
bad. You cannot be mad at this man. Like,
that's what I said,
bro.
Like, that shit happen.
Future child.
Listen,
but just know your time will run out.
I be mad because it's kind of like, just because somebody's retarded. Oh, that's not the politically correct word. Just because somebody is
mentally ill,
challenged or whatever. And they challenge, and they say, "I'ma bet you." They might be crippled. And they're like, "I'ma bet you $1,000 I can beat you." Now this nigga crippled. He can't throw nothing. So you taking advantage. That's the part that don't make it right. Just because somebody allows you to do it doesn't mean you're somebody who's preying and you're not a predator and you're not taking advantage. It don't make it right.
As these women get older, they
ain't leaving him for money. She a
predator too. She ain't leaving because she don't want.
Like, they get pregnant because they like meal ticket.
Yeah, they know what they're
doing.
That's y'all fault.
That's why I feel like she's not leaving because of money. Because that's a meal ticket. You done had about two from her. You could have gone and get your meal ticket, but you want to be with that nigga.
It's status. A lot of people don't want to. They'll go through a miserable relationship so that they won't have to say they got a failed relationship.
Exactly.
Like.
Well, we're going to go on to Omari Harderick, wanting fans to acknowledge his wife. I brought this up. I don't know if people know the story, so I'll just run it down real quick. Omari Harderick had a fan come up to him, asked for his autograph. He said no. She felt some type of way and, said some obscenities. Obscenity, whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying. Obscenities. That's what I'm just trying to say. And she, and he said, at least you can acknowledge my wife when you come up to me. And she walked away, and then she ended up calling the Breakfast Club and posting it on blogs and social media, and was like, Omari is a jackass, and we shouldn't support him, and we should boycott Power, and he just mad because he
boycott my Power. I got no bitch, Angela.
So I brought it up because the question is, because I've seen a lot of women write like, well, he's a celebrity. Nobody, like, who are you to feel like somebody if I'm asking for an autograph, why should I have to acknowledge your wife just because she's there?
He's human.
How the hell am I supposed to know that was your wife?
Huh?
How the hell was I supposed
But
to
it's not
his
even,
wife?
wait a minute, it's not even acknowledging the wife, it's acknowledging the other person.
who's
If they're
with him.
clearly sitting, like, at a dinner table, it's excuse
They
me.
came
And
out
if
wrong.
they're with a woman, it's definitely,
Hey, how you
excuse
doing?
me, how are you?
I felt like he was saying, like, regardless of who he's with, like, if he's with his kids and with his family. And he
Even
told,
Ricky Smiley has said this.
He told her
On
that,
his
though.
show.
Because when he said no, he didn't just say no. He said, no, I'm with my family right now. And she was like, really? Really? And
Now that's different from acknowledge my wife.
well,
That's much different.
I'm sure, but if you walk up to somebody and you see their wife with them, or if you see them hold hand to hand with somebody, you wouldn't walk up and be like, oh, hey, how are y'all? You know, like, even if not even, I don't even think he wants you to be like, hey, how are you? But, hey, how are you all doing today? No different if you walk in a room.
But off of human reaction, I see the star. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
And that's why the
You feel what I
stars
mean?
have to start checking them. And like I say, even Ricky Smiley said that, and he's not. He was like, I could be sitting with my family all the time, and people just come up and it's like it's rude. Like,
it's
you,
rude.
you're not
Like,
excuse
I
me.
think her-
Like you gotta.
Yeah, I think her reaction to it was off the. That's too much.
Like, you can
The
be
way
excited,
I-
but
I-
still control
well, I-
yourself.
What
I-
he did wasn't wrong.
I feel like, I'm going to be real. This is my honest opinion. If I come and see you with somebody, I don't care if it's your homegirl. Like, I'm going to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just the way, you know, I was taught. Like, maybe that's the Southern thing when we walk in the
like,
room.
I'ma speak.
Like, we used to get cussed out for that. When,
Yeah.
when we walked in a room full of people and we just spoke to someone like, hey, it was like, you know, you came in, even if you don't like the bitch, you say, hey, how y'all doing?
Somebody say, oh, I ain't sleep with you last night.
Yeah. So I feel like if you
Gotta
walk
see.
up to a
You gotta
celebrity,
address.
you address the people they're with. If it's clearly noticeable that you're with this person, regardless because it could have been his sister, it might not have been his wife, but you still say, hey, how you doing? Oh, do you mind if I, get his autograph or take a
Right.
picture with
That
him?
might be how you get it. Talk to the person he with.
Yeah, that might be.
Like, cause he gonna instantly, bro, get on. I'm with my family. I'm with it. Oh, come on, man. You can do this autograph. She was nice.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, she was
But-
like, really?
What?
Really?
He said
Like she done slept with him.
Like, really? Like, you ain't going, I'm the celebrity, which I get it. This is
But
your
there's
job.
a time and place too for everything. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like, if you
we
like
gotta
these
recognize
celebrities-
they're human, and there are times where we as fans sometimes don't want to recognize they're human, and then when they commit suicide, it's like, well, what was going on? Well, y'all expected them to be this perfect person on a
Right,
pedestal at all times, and if they got out of line, it was, oh, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, so
But
it's
why?
like.
Like, they human just like us.
Right,
Like, what made, like,
exactly.
why? Like, why?
Yeah, I felt like the fact, but then they also were saying that it wasn't the fact that the lady and some, I guess, followers or some people were saying it wasn't the fact that they was upset that he said no. It was the fact that he wants somebody to acknowledge his white wife because he wants to put the white wife over the black women.
Yeah, I didn't want to say what my attitude about that whole white shit came from, but it was definitely because she was like,
I don't think
Like-
so. That's his wife. You think because it's his wife?
Because I didn't even know she was white until I literally looked it up for this. All right.
So you
to
think
keep it real,
you
I wouldn't
think
have known that was his wife.
you would have
I
thought
wouldn't have
that
known. I thought
you-
that was the lady working for you. Could she make your coffee?
But
Why?
you know what?
Right.
But guess what? After that, if he would have said,
Oh, yeah.
I'm with my
I
family,
would've backed
no,
off after that.
yeah, you wouldn't be. Oh, really?
Because she overdid it
You
after
know?
that with her response.
Yeah,
Like,
you
his
know.
family different, but like, come on now.
But it's mannerable. Anytime somebody's with somebody, you gotta,
and maybe that's what Omari should say, like, and maybe that's what celebrities need to say, like, you don't know who that person is with me.
You
That could
shouldn't
be
have
my
to tell another grown person to be respectful of my boundaries.
True. That's very
Like,
true.
you shouldn't have to tell people, oh, don't come over here and say, you see me sitting here eating. Like, you don't even like when people
Or
bump
even if
into
you
the table,
walking
like,
through
yeah,
somewhere,
like,
you introduce you say hello
like,
to
no, don't.
everybody.
Yeah.
You say hello to everybody.
I
It's
should not
just
have to explain to you, listen, I'm with my family, do not talk to me. You're grown.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
I mean, things just
Like-
look awkward. It does look
What?
awkward. Like if I was just, if you're just standing on the side of somebody
Well, me-
and all day, all they doing is having people come up talk to them, and you just like,
Yeah, you just sitting there like, so
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'm like, not today.
Yeah,
Like, we ain't doing no motherfuckers, I know. But I don't know. I don't be knowing.
At least the
I
white
don't
ain't
know.
been like,
Like,
yeah,
she didn't even
really.
think, like, as a woman, she didn't even think about it like this. Like, what if they having issues or something's going on?
That's what
That's what they brought up, and it was like he just saying that he want people to respect his wife because he just be mad at how people be going at her online, which they do go at her about her being white. Like they'll be calling her, F Omari. I ain't watching
validating her.
Huh?
Validating her to make her feel.
So he doing what
Yeah,
a
he
husband
got it.
supposed to do.
That's what
That's what he's supposed to do.
Because I ain't gonna lie, if I had a white husband and they around there talking jig about me, talking about, oh shit, he with a jigaboo, oh nigga, and they coming around, he got his white fans coming up talking, let's take a picture, and then he like
Nobody speaks.
They don't never speak to me, talking about, oh, excuse me. Like I don't feel some type of way. I'm like, you better check these crackers. The producer saying only black women. I do feel like that though.
What?
I think only black women have a problem with black men dating outside their race.
I don't care.
No, I don't. But it's like you will see an issue or something going on. Where, like, when I was reading the comments, like, they was literally, like, going at his wife about being white. But then, they'll be praising Serena. Like, I don't get it. Like, yes, Serena. Yes, get you. Yes, honey, that's how you do it. And it's like, well, how is it okay for Serena, but it's not okay?
Oh, no,
y'all
Serena
explain that
because
to me.
he's a
I don't
fucking
understand.
billionaire. Let's get that right.
Sorry.
Serena because he's a billionaire. Like... And he's super rich.
So
that's
if she
why
was
they
white,
praise her. That's the bulk of why I praise her.
White.
They made a white. They was
making
making white comments.
That was a black woman community. I don't live there. I'm a black woman, but I don't live inside that bubble. I cannot
Let's say even if it was a millionaire, okay. A billionaire. Kylie is a billionaire, and ain't nobody praising Travis Scott. Talking about, yes, Travis, you with a billionaire. Yeah, what they be like is you with one of them old white, culture ass Kardashians, and nobody praise them. And
that's the stigma that black men get all the time. They can never leave their race without getting some flack about it.
Look at me saying. What's your viewpoint, George?
Just because they're successful, they gotta bring a black woman on their team because they.
How you feel, George? You might feel like my mama feel. My mama told me talk about because that's different.
Oh no,
my mama
that's fine.
My mama said because it's different because a black woman when she date with a white man, she's still buying in the community.
I said, I guess.
No, it is not.
She still supports the black community with her dollars. I said, well, so what is the difference? Is a white woman gonna go eat at a soul? She might do. But that's the way my mama thinks. Like, I be like, mama.
Oh, child, I ain't even gonna get on my child, Lord, I will not.
What's your thoughts, Sister JoJo over here? What you got to say? Because I feel like you got something on your chest. Say what you got to say.
I just don't understand. Why does it fucking matter what color somebody mate is? Like, I don't care what color you are. Even when it comes down to Psycho Serena. Like, everybody calls her crazy, but this one man, billionaire or white, he's able to calm her and make her a better person. This other guy is doing what all black women want their husband to do. Don't be mad because your husband ain't shit. And flirt with everybody in your face. And he ain't getting no motherfucking autographs. He's just doing this shit to Susie up the street. Yeah. And you see him mad, like he doing what he's supposed to do as a husband. Like, why is it a problem? And for you to bring her race in it, like the comments were like all of that, like, bro, she's a woman.
They call her a man too.
Like,
you seen that?
Yeah, that's
like
they call her.
She's a fucking athlete. That's
like
her
the
job.
Question is,
her body definitely fits her work.
Why are you so jealous of this white woman?
What is the problem?
Like, even if he was with another black woman, they'll have some.
No, I think
they
would not. I don't think so.
If he was with a black woman who looked like her, it would be she's not pretty enough.
It's always about the misery.
Yes,
like,
they
people
did.
Don't want to see people
they did. They said Denzel's wife. He's with her. People have talked about Denzel's wife.
You ain't never seen I don't know her name. I feel bad.
And that's why their son, even in the interview, he made sure that he checked Craig Melvin on it. Yeah, about his mama, because he knows people, you know, they downgrade his mother because of his dad. And people did. I've heard it growing up. Have you seen his wife kick it?
Because
but then that's everybody. Not everybody think your
have you seen Samuel L.
Jackson?
Why they don't say that about Samuel L. Jackson?
You feel me?
Have you seen Samuel L. Jackson?
Have you seen Samuel L. Jackson?
But them ugly motherfuckers rich. What you got to say now? What you got to say now? Them ugly motherfuckers rich as fuck. What you got to say though? It sounds like jealousy and hate, and that's why I don't listen to that.
I didn't even know Samuel L. Jackson was married.
He married?
Is he married?
Oh, I don't know.
For a long time.
Long time.
Who is his wife?
I don't know.
Good. He keep her covered, so the crew, like, the whole everybody else can't be all in there, like.
Yeah, real black.
She look like a mama too.
Yeah.
Like,
she a girl.
Like, that's mama.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she look like
good, Sammy.
Right. I don't know. I just feel like when it comes down to love and what make a person click with another person, it has nothing to do with their physical appearance, whether they black, white, whether it's a cultural difference, whether it's because you can learn from people and you like it's. That's just a part of life.
I don't do vanilla. Like, but if you want to, I feel like that's all up to you.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't want my sons to ever not try to date.
She don't want. She is the. She can't use that.
I don't want them to ever not try. That's my thing. I don't like for people to say, "Well, I never dated this." Race.
I just,
you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes
and some people say it, but they say it as in a negative way.
Well, because that's because the women of their race been negative to them.
And that's my thing. I'm just saying, I don't want my sons to ever not try. You know, I don't want you to ever, because there's some people there's some women, black girls who've never dated a black boy, but they already have it in their mind, they don't like the approach that a black boy may even giving them. You know, so I don't date black guys. I only date white guys. You know what I'm saying? Well, I just don't want my kids to ever be that close-minded to never. They can bring on whoever they want. Why?
I'm not gonna change the shit I say, and I'm gonna tell them that I'm not changing shit. So if I'm arguing with the news, and I'm saying these crackers makes me sick, then that's what the hell I'm gonna say.
She's our auntie, y'all. My uncle, white girl at Thanksgiving, her auntie at Thanksgiving, having all.
Your ass, no kids go to school and be like, these damn crackers can't tell me shit.
Now you see,
and the crackers be the teachers.
Crack ass crackers.
She gonna walk on something like, "Is Melissa your mom?"
Oh, mayonnaise.
I don't let my daughter speak like that.
Right. My kids don't talk.
Allow her to.
But that's the thing. They're not doing it in front of them. Yeah, they're doing what their parents are doing outside. Like
they hear me talk like that.
That's what I mean. I don't talk like that in front of her. I can't because she repeats everything I say. And I don't want her seeing like that in society as being one-sided. You know what I mean? Because my daughter's Hispanic.
You talking about see mama?
You know what I mean? First thing these black kids down there, oh, you Mexican? No, she's not.
Why'd they ask her that?
Because they racist against the Mexicans now.
Because when I blow out her hair go all the way to her butt. And they didn't understand that. They didn't understand why her hair wasn't weaved. They didn't understand where they were trying to figure out where the tracks were.
Yeah, I grew up in a high poverty area. It was very poverty stricken, let me say that. And it was, because my way of coping with how I grew up was to be into school and into my books. And it was like, you think you perfect. You want to be white. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard from. And we had no white kids in our school.
So my hair could be long.
I did the towel thing when I was a little girl. Put the towel on my hair because you looking at the TV.
Yeah, I got called.
You know what I'm saying? I put the towel on my head, and I don't even put a little twist tie on the thing.
But they used to call me white because I like to do stuff like reading. How is that a white trait?
Well, excuse me.
Like
I was in New York. I came here for high school because of my parents, and these children down here devout. They fuck me up. You white? Why do you talk like that? How come?
A little girl from here said that to my son when we first moved here. She was just, while he was talking, she was just staring, and then when she got a chance to talk, she was like, "Why do you sound like that?"
Yeah, that's like, why are you
what
trying to
does
be
he
right?
sound
I
like?
ain't never got none of that.
I asked a little girl that at school. She was like, "Well, see, she white, but she act black." I said, "What is it to act black?" You know,
yo, homie, yo.
Like, and I was like, "I know what. Why should I know?" She said, "You black, but what is it to act black? Do I act black? Not really."
She's not like you act white.
We're gonna go to our last topic. So, does anybody have a MCM, a WCW?
I have an MCM.
Who's your MCM?
No, excuse me. I have a WCW.
Who's your WCW?
My WCW this week is going to be Gabrielle Union because I'm so happy for her.
That she had a baby.
Yes, even though it's through surrogate, she couldn't have kids, and I'm happy for her for that.
I didn't even know she would. They kept that under wraps, but
They
I
really did.
I saw
they
the
really
baby.
did.
I was so
And
happy.
she looks genuinely
and
happy.
I co-signed that WCW because she was very vocal about her not being able to have kids, and she didn't try to hide it or like she made it known, and she's like the fact that she's sharing her journey of being a mother who had a surrogate is great. I think it's awesome. Anybody else had an MCM, WCW? Anybody got a meme of the week?
You know what my meme of the week gonna be? I think I shared it, and I just really enjoyed this.
I think I did have a meme of the week.
I did.
This
My phone went black right before I got in here, so I've been high. I had a tube this whole time.
So
I ain't gonna lie to you.
my meme
that
of the
would
week
do it.
was the Christmas tip, where it says wrap empty boxes and put them under the tree, and every time your child acts up, throw one in the fireplace. That was for you.
That's what happened to me.
So genius.
No, but that's what happened to me. No beating. Remember, that's what I got. That's the punishments I got. That's the shit I got.
They
yes,
type
the
of
empty
horrible
box thing.
shit.
See,
Whoop me.
I told you.
I
told you it wasn't good. But that shit make you crazy. Right here.
Now you saw that? All y'all gonna get that.
You crazy.
All y'all.
You be in the room like, you seen what mom did? Like, she done lost
What you think was in that box?
Like, yeah, man, what was in that box? It was too light, bro. She threw it if it went in there, bro.
My meme of the week is I'm not impressed by how good people look on social media. My first thought is, are you at peace? Are you joyful? Are you fulfilled? And that was my meme, because I think sometimes we look at people and what they post, because who's gonna post themselves crying?
You.
Like, who gonna post
Look at me.
I don't give a goddamn. I'm just trying to make you happy. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. No, I damn sure will. But that's me though. I will do that shit.
Yeah.
But that don't mean everybody else is that vulnerable and that comfortable with letting people see that part of themselves. So you're seeing people's success, but that don't necessarily mean they're happy or they're in the place they want to be. So I think for us to understand and kind of cope with social media is to understand that just because we see that doesn't mean like that person is just, is the best. So remember that, when you see somebody doing good, don't look at it like, ooh, she got it going on, but look at it like it because maybe she posting that because she need a little extra push for that day. She need to feel a little bit better. Mm-hmm. She posting that picture because she needs some likes, and girl, you look good. Girl, you look gorgeous. So that was my meme. So let's get our glasses and our bills, honey. Was that a platinum?
No, that's just
girl, because I like some of the good old platinum. And we're gonna clink this out. I thank you for joining us today. I didn't even do my disclaimer. I'm sorry.
What's your disclaimer?
That this is a safe space. If at any time you feel triggered or feel attacked, please let us know so that we can, settle those issues. Because I don't want nobody leaving feeling like, something triggered and opening something.
Oh, yeah, you should do that.
I'm not in y'all. I'm not in y'all.
Well, ain't that the purpose of talking? If you triggered, talk about why the hell you triggered. Don't go home with it on your chest.
I ain't the yonder. Clean. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all next time. See y'all later.